Right, so to get the back plate itself off, you've got a couple of screws, one there, one there. I can see these screws here, which are what I need to take off. Now what I'm going to do is I'll clean that down. This is basically what you pay for. The cooler, that's the this is what all the card modifiers do. Different type of coolers, different setups. As you can see, it's basically just like a CPU cooler. You can see where all the thermal pads are marked on. I'm going to leave all the thermal pads on because I use those as a reference for knowing what capacitors down here and VRMs need to be cooled. As you can see, you've got thermal pads, so yeah, so you can see where every little chipset needs to be cooled and what they've referenced in the factory. The card itself, the water block itself, does have a manual that tells you where to put the thermal pads, but I found sometimes it lies, and worst case scenario, if some of these thermal pads, because some of the thermal pads that come with the blocks may be a bit too thin or too thick, so you can always reuse the thermal pads off of this, because it's never been used. You can see where it's just been depressed on there, that's it. So it has never been used. You can see all these cables here. These cables are all for the fans and LEDs. So that's all going to be translated over to the GPU, GPU block when I plant that on. So I'll crack on with this.